Every night while you're asleep and your cat wakes up, they quietly leave the bed, walk through the house, pause in the hallway, and sometimes just sit there, watching, not playing, not eating, just observing. But here's the strange part. Scientists say this nightly behaviour might reveal something fascinating about what cats actually do while humans sleep. And most owners have no idea it's happening, because when you fall asleep, your cat's night is just beginning. Their senses sharpen, their instincts switch on, and the quiet house becomes something very different in their mind. A territory to patrol, a world to monitor, a place full of tiny movements and sounds humans never notice. But here's the mystery. Why do cats behave this way every single night? Why do they roam the house while everyone sleeps? And why do some cats even return to check on their owners repeatedly through the night? To understand this, you have to look at how cats evolved and what their brain thinks nighttime is meant for. Most people think cats are nocturnal, but that's actually not true. Cats are crepuscular, which means they're naturally most active during dawn and dusk. This trait comes from their wild ancestors. Small prey animals, like mice and birds, are most active during these hours, so evolution wired cats to wake up when their prey does. That's why your cat often gets bursts of energy late at night and very early in the morning. But when humans fall asleep, your cat's instincts are still active. Their brain says, it's hunting time, even if there's nothing to hunt. And this is where their nightly routine begins. Because most cats start by doing something called a territory check. In the wild, cats constantly monitor their territory. They check for intruders, listen for movement, and scan their surroundings for changes. Domestic cats still have this instinct, even inside a safe house. Siams, or when the house goes quiet, your cat often begins a slow patrol, walking room to room, stopping near doors, pausing near windows, listening carefully. Their hearing is incredibly sensitive. Cats can detect frequencies humans can't even perceive. Tiny scratching sounds, movement inside walls, distant outdoor noises. What seems like silence to you is full of information to your cat. But here's something even stranger. Sometimes your cat stops near your bedroom door and just sits there, as if they're waiting or watching. Why? Because they may actually be checking on you. Cats form strong attachments to specific humans, and even though they appear independent, they often monitor the people they bond with. At night, cats rely heavily on sound and movement. Your breathing, your shifting position, even the rhythm of your sleep. These signals tell them everything is normal. But sometimes your cat quietly approaches your bed, listens, and then leaves again. Almost like a silent inspection. Animal behaviorists believe this may be a subtle form of social monitoring. In groups of animals, individuals often check on each other while resting. It's not conscious concern like humans feel, but it is a natural awareness of group members, which means while you're asleep, your cat might be periodically confirming that their environment and their human is still safe. But that's not the only reason they wander at night. There's another instinct driving their movement, and it's far more ancient. Even well-fed house cats still carry the brain wiring of a predator. Their hunting instincts don't disappear just because food comes from a bowl. So when nighttime quiets the environment, their senses activate. The smallest movement can trigger their attention. A moth near the ceiling, a faint rustle, a shadow shifting, and suddenly, your calm, sleepy cat becomes a silent hunter. They crouch, stalk, wait, then pounce, even if the prey is just a dust particle floating in the air. But hunting behavior isn't just about catching something, it's about mental stimulation. Without it, cats can become bored or restless, which is why some cats sprint around the house at night in sudden bursts of energy. But there's another strange thing cats sometimes do while their owners sleep, and many people have noticed it. Your cat may quietly return and sleep beside you again. Humans generate heat while sleeping. Steady, comfortable warmth. To a cat, that makes your bed incredibly appealing. After roaming the house, many cats eventually return to the warmest place available, right next to you. You might fall asleep alone, but wake up with your cat curled against your legs or resting on your chest. This isn't just about comfort. Warmth helps cats conserve energy. Their body temperature is slightly higher than ours, so warm environments allow their muscles to relax more easily. But warmth isn't the only reason they return, because when a cat sleeps next to you, they're also making a very specific statement. Sleep is the most vulnerable state for any animal. In the wild, predators attack when animals are resting. That means cats are extremely selective about where they sleep. They choose places that feel safe, quiet, protected. So when your cat chooses your bed, your presence becomes part of that safety. You're familiar, predictable, trusted. Some cats even sleep facing the room instead of facing you, almost like a guard position. It's not exactly protection, but it shows their instincts remain partially alert. While you sleep deeply, your cat's senses stay ready. Which leads to one final behaviour cats often display during the night, and it's something that surprises many owners. Just before sunrise, your cat may suddenly become active again. Walking across the bed, meowing, pawing your face, or knocking objects off the table. And it might feel annoying, but from your cat's perspective, this timing makes perfect sense. Remember earlier when we mentioned crepuscular behaviour? Dawn is prime hunting time. Their internal clock says, wake up, it's time to start the day. And if you're the one who provides food, their brain connects waking you up with breakfast. So your cat's morning chaos might actually be a perfectly logical strategy. In their mind, they're not being disruptive. They're simply starting the day the way nature designed them to. But all of these nightly behaviours lead to one surprising realisation. While you sleep peacefully through the night, your cat experiences an entirely different world. A world of quiet sounds, moving shadows, territory patrols, tiny hunting opportunities, and periodic check-ins with their favourite human. They roam, observe, listen, then eventually return to the warmest, safest place they know, your bed. Which means something fascinating. Even during their nightly adventures, your cat still sees your presence as part of their safe territory. And that says more about your bond than most people realise. So tonight, when you fall asleep, remember, something strange might be happening in the quiet darkness of your home. Soft footsteps in the hallway, a silent figure pausing at the bedroom door, watching, listening, then disappearing again into the night. Not because something is wrong, but because your cat's ancient instincts are still quietly at work, and while you're dreaming, your cat might be exploring a world that only truly comes alive after humans fall asleep.